Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli, and this is the Vigorelli Institute. This is also part 2 of my series on Harry Potter. I might do a part 3, we'll see. Alright, so, let's imagine that places like Hogwarts exist. That magic-using people are legally compelled to go to a school to learn how to do the thing that they do, and to do it in a manner that is legally responsible, morally responsible, and ethically responsible. Hooray! Yeah. Here's the thing about places that you have to go to do a thing. There's often issues because there's no competition between different locations in order for the student to learn to do the thing. Okay? If you have to do it, then the location is only going to do the legal minimum to get you there. Okay? So that's first chink in that armor. Alright. So the way they select these is the headmaster looks into this magic thing and says, oh, we got a magic user here. Alright, sweet. Send him a letter. Alright. And it shows up, hooray, congratulations, you're going. Unless the parents are, normal, non-magic using humans. And I was like, okay, that's weird. What's magic? Okay. So this happens when you're about 10 years old. So I would imagine that an individual born to parents that use magic or don't use magic is going to have to go to regular elementary or grammar school, depending on your country, up until the age of 10. They're going to make friends. They're going to go to sleepovers. They're going to go to birthday parties, etc., etc., etc. It's just what being a kid is about. And I'm also willing to bet that their best friend is going to live less than a block away. That was my experience, and it's the experience of most kids that I knew and have met since then. Okay? Which would make sense. Okay? So you get this letter in the mail, and it says, congratulations, you're going to magic school next year so you can learn how to be a witch or a wizard. Congratulations, buddy. And you tell your best friend about this, even though you're technically not supposed to, and you're like, oh man, I'm going to miss you. Hey, I'll be thinking about you the whole time. Alright, we give him a hug and bye, and it's like you're moving away. Because you are. For 9 months out of the year, you're going to be at a boarding school. And you're going to make new friends and do new things. Mari needs to be seen to. So, Mari's in here with me, and she's doing stuff. Kids. Anyway. So you go to the school, you learn how to do all of this stuff, and here's the interesting part. You have about a 20% chance of dying at any given moment. Somebody's spell could go haywire. Some evil dude could show up. Some monster could start rampaging. You could accidentally get into something you're not supposed to have gotten into. Or you were stupid and curious and did it anyway, even though you were told not to, you little brat. Okay? And so forth. That could be a problem. Okay? This is all in the lore. Okay? So summer rolls around after your first year. You made it. And you're playing with your friend. Now, you are legally obligated to remain completely and totally silent about all of your experiences. You literally cannot tell them anything. If you do, it's bad. Okay? So your friend asks you, hey, so how was this boarding school thing? What was magic school like? I can't talk about it. Why? I just can't, okay? They won't let me. Okay, fine. So you go on playing and, well, they're different from the way you were. Because, well, two of you have had completely different sets of experiences. There's not a lot that you can ground off of. And the further along you get, the more different you are going to become. Okay? Becoming a magic user is going to cost you a potentially very important friendship. Now, yes, you are going to be replacing that individual with other people throughout your life. Or maybe you're not. Who can say? Okay? Now, fourth grade, at least in my education, was when we started learning long division. We learned cursive. That's useless. We started learning geography. We started learning a little bit more advanced forms of physics, better forms of math, all kinds of stuff. Okay, this is where the real nuts and bolts of your education kind of start to get applied. Okay, you start to learn how to think critically, or at least you should. Your mileage may vary. Okay, so because you're not in the public school system, you are in a completely different culture's schooling. Everything that you should have learned in the fourth grade, you didn't. And now, if you need to use that, you don't have that ability. Now, yes, you have other stuff that is potentially useful. However, my experience in school is roughly half of everything you learn, this is from college, is basically useless. I would imagine that magic school would be exactly the same. Okay? So, by the time you hit your fifth year, this is, let's see, you're 15 years old. You should be learning, algebra, geometry, okay? You should be learning how to survive. You should be starting to learn how to survive as an adult when you graduate from high school, which will be 17, 18 years old. Okay? You should be starting to get ready to go to college so that, let's say you want to be a doctor, you can become a doctor. Let's say you want to become a lawyer, you can become a lawyer. Okay? You want to work with money, you're going to need a bachelor's degree to do that. Magic is not going to help you out with this. So the longer you're there, the more set back you are until eventually you cannot interact with the normal people at large. Okay? Not to mention, at minimum, you got a 20% chance of dying at any given moment. That's significant. There's inner city schools that don't have that kind of death risk. Okay? So, if I were to write, and this is nothing against J.K. Rowling, I absolutely love the series. These are some of the best 7 books and 8 movies that I've ever experienced. I loved them. Okay? But if I were to write this kind of society, I would have it not only parallel, but also somewhat intersecting in more substantial ways with the non-magic using people. I would actually have magic be as a specialty. That, because this is what you can do, you can apply it in more practical ways rather than, living out in the boonies and doing the stuff with it. Okay? I find that would be probably a lot better. Not only for non-magic using people, but also magic using people in general. It would also dissolve a lot of the prejudice and break down things like, Voldemort. okay, from ever arising. I think that would be a lot better, okay? Well, that's about all I got for you on that. If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button, leave a like. Please leave a comment. Let me know if I've completely lost the plot on this, or yeah, okay, or whatever, all right? Also, if you want to have input on videos like this, you can pop over to my Patreon, which is Vigorelli_Institute, and at tier 2 and up, you can actually make suggestions, and if it's something feasible I can do, sweet. Okay? All right, I'll be back later, guys. Something else. Take care. Bye-bye.